What are the odds that a team like Liverpool, which played 63 football matches, lost just 4 of them, got to 3 finals, and didn't win a major trophy after 63 football matches? Those odds are pretty high, right? Exactly. We're going to talk about that and how that has happened, along with the stuff that happened in the Europa Conference League over the past week. But before we continue, I'd like you guys to click, like, comment, and of course subscribe to this channel so that you can help us grow. It's the Objective Football Banter Show. Let's kick it. Yeah, so we start with the outcome of the inaugural UEFA Conference League that took place over the past week, with Roma and Feyenoord getting to the finals. Roma, of course, edging Feyenoord to the title. Roma, of course, are managed by trophy experts Jose Mourinho, who has won major trophies in pretty much every football club he has managed, except Tottenham. Oh my God! And people expected that he was going to weave his magic and do what he was supposed to do, and he did. Feyenoord played good football. They were very quick. They passed the ball quite well. Roma just took their time, scored a goal, and managed to see the game out, which is something that Mourinho knows how to do very well. And perhaps you would wonder that Tottenham should have given him a chance to do that in the Carabao Cup final, but it's Tottenham.
I don't want peace.
It's Tottenham. So Feyenoord will feel hard done by because they put in their very best. They took a lot of shots at goal. The Roma defense was peppered a lot of shots, passing into the final areas and all that. But Roma managed, to see the game off, and Jose Mourinho now becomes the first manager to win all available trophies, in the UEFA Football Club competition. He's won the Champions League with Porto, he won the Champions League with Inter, he won the Europa League with Manchester United, which we will still get to, by the way. And of course, he's now won the inaugural Conference League with Roma. There are many ways you can describe the kind of person that Jose Mourinho is: enigmatic, annoying, boastful, arrogant, and all that. But you cannot deny the fact that he's a winner. He's a winner, and when given time to do what he has to do, he delivers. Every single club that he has managed, understands that Jose Mourinho is someone that will win you trophies. One way or the other, he will win you trophies. And it's the reason why in every club, that he has managed, he succeeded in getting that done, except Tottenham. Oh my God! To, let him win a trophy for them. And they sacked him on the eve of the finals, It's the most Tottenham thing ever, sacking a title-winning manager on the eve, of a title-winning football match. But again, it's Tottenham. So no surprises there.
I want problems, always!
Roma, won the match, and they had their parade, and they were proud of it. First European title, in what, 40, 50 years, and it's just a magical, moment for Roma and all their fans. So congratulations to Roma and all their fans, in the city of Rome, the eternal city of Rome. It's something they've longed for, and they finally got it by putting faith in Jose Mourinho.
You get it?
Now, we'll move to the Champions League, the UEFA Champions League final, the highly anticipated match between Real Madrid and Liverpool that occurred, over the weekend. A lot of people had a lot of things to say about how the outcome of the match would be. People like Michael Owen and Jamie Carragher, literally predicted that, Real Madrid would lose the game, and it would be, simple match for Liverpool because of the way they attack, because of the way they press, because of the way they move the ball. It turned out that, it's ended. Real Madrid won the match by a goal to nil, and they won the Champions League for 14 times, while Liverpool still have to hold their 6 titles, I'm afraid. The thing about many of these football matches, especially in finals, is you don't play them, like Jose Mourinho says, you don't play them, you win them.
You get it?
Football final matches are not played, they are won. So which means you don't really sometimes get to do everything you plan to do over the line, which is something that I think, Liverpool didn't understand. Real Madrid seemed to, understood, the occasion, they understood it. And, who can blame them? They've won the Champions League 13 times. In the last 10 to 15 years, they've won every single final that they've got into. So I think it's just the pedigree, Like Mourinho said when he was Manchester United manager in that infamous football conference, this is football heritage. When you actually understand the weight and expectation of history, from your football club and its fans, you are likely going to carry the day. Liverpool, for all their, pressing, Gengen pressing, fast attacking football, came up short. And to the satisfaction of, a lot of English football fans, rival English football fans, of course, myself included,
I don't want peace.
they came into the season playing very well. People were terrified of them. And they're up to like 3 weeks ago or even 2 weeks ago, they were up for winning the quadruple. They were about to achieve something that no football team in England had achieved before. And of course, none of us wanted them to achieve that. And we're happy it's not that they didn't achieve that. Sorry, Liverpool fans, but you'll have to try again next year. But you can be very sure that a lot of us who are English football fans, and even some fans of teams in Europe, across Europe, don't want you to win. Don't want you to win the quadruple. I mean, you listen to the word quadruple, you say it to yourself, does it really sound like something that Liverpool can win? Quadruple, Liverpool, quadruple. It sort of rhymes a little, quadruple, Liverpool, but that's where it all ends. That's just about it, really. You just can't achieve anything other than that, I'm afraid. It's modern football. Tactics are more difficult. Teams are not going to roll over for you. Players are really very, everything is driven scientifically. Tactics are evolving every day. So it's a lot harder now, than, let's say 1981 or 1992. Football is really, really strategic and tactical these days. But, we still have to give credit to them, honestly. 63 football matches is not easy. It's not an easy feat. They played every available football match on offer. Every single one, and they came up short, but you just still have to give it to them. There are a lot of Liverpool fans traveled from the city of Liverpool, to go to Paris to see the game, and they were hoping that, they will leave the trophy. Some of them even took their 10-year-old kids, 12-year-old sons and daughters to, go and see the game and revel in history of how they will pick up their 7th Champions League title. They didn't get it, and some children cried, which of course was to my satisfaction, because nothing gives me more pleasure than to see, rival fans have their children or they themselves, their dreams, have it completely shattered.
I want problems always.
Makes me very happy. So it's something that I think that they will just have to hold next season. They will try better, but you just have to wonder whether, really Liverpool are it. 63 football matches. You lose just 4 matches out of 63 football matches. You got to 3 finals and you could only win 2 of which you didn't score a single goal in 120 minutes.
Oh my God.
Liverpool got to the finals of the Carabao Cup, the final of the FA Cup against Chelsea, both against Chelsea, and in 120 minutes Liverpool could not score a goal. Over 120 minutes against Chelsea. They needed penalties to win, and they won those penalties. But the question was asked, a lot of people were beginning to ask the question then, how is a team so strong, unable to see out games, and needing penalties to win? And against Real Madrid, you don't get the chance to do that all the time and escape. And Real Madrid are just a fabulous football team. They didn't play excellently well. A couple of chances here and there. They had shots on goal. They possessed Liverpool too. But in the first 15 to 20 minutes, you could say Liverpool were all over them. But you could just sense that they were not nervous. You see in the game, there was no hint of nervousness. They passed the ball very gently. They were not nervous. They were just very calm about it. And they saw the game 1-0, which is what champions do. They didn't have to play the game. They won it. Champions League finals, and just like all other football finals in Europe, are not played. They are won. You win those games, and Carlo Ancelotti understood that. His players understood that. So they just got out there and did their business and won the trophy. Danny Ceballos was saying that, like some few hours before the match, he was worried that, players like Modric, Casemiro, they were, playing cards and they were just relaxed. And that's because at that level, players of those levels, those elite levels, they don't go to finals to go and show skills or to go and play it. They go there to go and win. So they just do everything they are supposed to do and they win it. I know that Liverpool fans will feel hard done by, but the truth of the matter is, it's the UEFA Champions League, bro. Just like the Premier League. anything can happen. You don't just come there and think that because you play 63 football matches, you do get pressing, your manager knows how to hug players, your manager can throw fist bumps, and everybody will just shout, hey, hey, and you sing You Never Walk Alone, and everybody will get scared. It's the UEFA Champions League final, bro. Nobody really cares about all that. God. You will meet things that you do not expect. And also, there will be little or no referees to come to your aid. This is the Champions League. The referees are professional. They know what they are doing. It does make me wonder, though, about the goal that Benzema scored in the first half. Do you think that should have, been ruled as offside or a goal? It took a long time before they concluded on what that goal was, though. But, I mean, you still have to give it to the officials. They did a fabulous job during the day. No diving was allowed. People were trying to buy fouls, and they didn't let that happen. So you just have to give it to them. So now, the fallout of this is to ask ourselves, has Liverpool really achieved anything this season? God. 63 football matches, and all they have to show for it is the Carabao Cup and the Arsene Wenger Trophy. Yeah, you heard me right. The Arsene Wenger Trophy. Arsene Wenger has the most, FA Cup titles, singularly as a manager. He's won more titles than Tottenham.
I don't want peace.
More FA Cup titles than Tottenham as a manager, It's something that, it was a professional act. And they won the Carabao Cup and, the FA Cup, which again is the Arsene Wenger Trophy. That's all they have to show for it. They didn't win the league. They didn't win the Champions League. Of course, they didn't play in the Europa League, so no major European trophies there. And when you put that in context and you compare it with what Manchester United played in 2016-17, where they had a certain Jose Mourinho again at the helm. At the end of 2016-17, Manchester United didn't need to play 63 games. They won the Europa League, they won the Carabao Cup, and they won the Community Shield. Now, if you ask me, I think, side by side, if you place that, I think that's actually, a more, glittering season compared to what Liverpool have just achieved. Some fans, Liverpool fans, in the comments, I know that some of you might not agree. But, just compare the titles. Manchester United won in 2016. They won the Carabao Cup. They won the Community Shield. They won the Europa League. They didn't need to play 63 games. Liverpool, on the other hand, 63 football matches, lost just 4 of them, and they won just the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. You just compare. I don't think there is anything to show for it. To make matters worse, there are now rumors that Sadio Mane is leaving and he has decided to leave the club. He has made up his mind that he's leaving Liverpool, and there are rumors that he's about to join Bayern Munich. We'll see how that turns out for Arsenal fans, because a lot of them have been shouting over the weekend that they want Serge Gnabry to come back. If you want Gnabry to return, we'll have to see how it plays out and see whether, Gnabry will be allowed to leave Bayern Munich and join a club like Arsenal, who do not have Champions League, but I think they have the wages, to pay for a player like Serge Gnabry. So let's see how that plays out. Well, it's what it is. It has ended. The league has ended. Van Dijk also has shown that, maybe it's not all that. God. Yeah, maybe it's not all that, and maybe we're just overhyping him. I think we'll revisit that topic, in future episodes. Is Van Dijk really all that? Because, he got outshined by Konate in central defense. Wiggled his bum for the goal, just wiggled his backside for the goal. Some weird tackle like that. I don't understand what that was, but what it is, he did what he had to do, and he came up short. So we just have to, imagine how the season will play out. It's going to be quite remarkable to see how Liverpool, come back from this. A lot of expectation on them, and they came up short. It's just what it is.
I want problems always.
Well, that's about it, for today's episode of the Objective Football Banter Show. I'll be back with you, in the coming days or in a week. I'll be back with more banter, back with more news, and we'll discuss more and see what plays out. Love you guys. See ya.